What's up, everybody? It's your favorite 3-pack's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the TRU exclusive Marvel Legends 3-pack of Vision, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. So let's not waste too much time. Let's just get into it. So we'll start off with Vision, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but this deco does have like a comic book basis. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm not that familiar with Marvel Comics in general. I mean, I read a fair share, but my knowledge is fairly limited. It's a very ambitious paint job, but that may be a problem. The one thing that does work well is this cape that I want to talk about. It plugs in like at an angle, it seems, almost, and as a result, even though the peg doesn't look like it, it's as a result it sits really. I don't have it quite in. It's hard to get in and out. I will say that in comparison. But once it's in it, like, it does sit right on him. So I like that, and the paint is sharp on it as well. It's just got this dark green with this line across it. But they did the cape really well. Capes are kind of hit or miss, especially when they're done in plastic. So, all right, head is on a ball hinge. It's good down, good up, and the swivel is fine. The paint, the yellow is chipping off, and the red is clean. The black and yellow eyes look great, and the sculpt on the head looks good as well. For the, we got that's tight. We got a ab crunch. You get one click forward, kind of a half a click back. The paint does continue, so that's nice. The yellow didn't get all the way in that crevice there. That's going to be a problem when you have that deep. I'll zoom in for you. Where you got to get the paint in deep like that, so to speak, it's going to be problematic. And then it's not quite clean on here either. So that's a bit of an issue. Also, it's a green plastic, and the red didn't go on very well at all. If you look over the ribs, there's paint showing through. It looked like it could have used a second coat. There's scratches in it, etc. It just doesn't work that well. The green does look good on top of the red, though, so that's fine. Waist swivel works just fine. This ball hinge is extremely tight, but it's there. And then the swivel's around, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, same articulation as usual. Paint wise, it's a bit of a mess. So it's a red plastic. The green is painted on. It's sloppy there. It's sloppy around there. So that's not good. Double jointed elbow. This green is, I mean, it's kind of hit or miss also. You know, this is a really dodgy paint job, and I think it's because there's so much paint that needs to be applied here. And like, they should just, you ever heard the acronym KISS? Keep it simple, stupid? They might need to stick to that. Not its best. Same for the other side. We got this big blotch of lime green paint there. T-jointed ball joints for hips, they go out to there. Forward and back to there, so that's pretty good. Thigh swivel on both. The red paint is dodgy. The green paint is a little dodgy as well, especially there. That looks like a sponge hit it or something. See? So not the best. Double jointed knee, that works fine. Shin swivel, we've come to accept that. The green paint on the little lines is really sharp. This outside not so much, and on the shoe is not so much either. But you do get a severe ankle tilt forward and back, and it's not ratcheted, so you should be able to pose it better. And the rockers in there. Now, it's not, even when they are ratcheted, they're not proper ratcheted. It's just like, for lack of a better term, kind of thing. And then the back has the same dodgy paint issue. So this figure is pretty much an absolute mess. Next up, we have Sam Wilson when he was Captain America, and also known as Sam Cap or Falcon Cap. And this one is much better. But we got one kind of big issue, and that's that this joint here on the accessory, which we'll talk about, all the paint looks good on the outside there. This hinge is really tight, and you can get a fair amount of torque. You see how it's even warping, like it's pushing this piece out as you try to bend it. Like, it's really poorly tolerant, and I tried to move it by pushing here, and it created a pretty big stress mark down at the base. You can kind of see it there. So just something you want to be careful of. And of course it can pin into his back. Captain America style. It does sit up a little high, but not. It's a little high. I don't know how else to say it. It's not the best. All right, so the head paint looks pretty good. Got a little carried away there, but for the most part, it's pretty sharp. The sculpt is great. I love the face sculpt. I love the eyes, like the goggles and so forth. That all looks good. It's on a ball hinge, so you get it up to there, down to there, and then the swivel is pretty much fine. This silver paint that they used on this piece here looks really good. And the paint on the white here is sharp as a tack. All the flag stuff is pretty sharp too. It gets a little outside the lines just there, but that's small potatoes. I can easily deal with that. The chest does look a little small to me. Like it seems like it should come out further. So that's a bit of a bother, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Then we have ball hinge shoulders, get you up to there and around. All the line work here is all sculpted, like where you see break up between blue and white. That's all sculpted, as the padding here and there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The gloves are all sculpted as well. Could have used a little extra paint, but we'll forgive them. Wrist swivel and hinge, and we have one holding hand and one fist hand, which is a good way to do a figure with one accessory, I must say. Articulation is the same on the other side. You have a waist swivel, that works fine. All the pouches on the belt and stuff are sculpted. It's all part of, oh no, it's an additional piece maybe that's glued on to the pelvis. So, still nice. Silver's a little chipped up, but that's not the biggest deal, and can pass as kind of battle damage. T-jointed ball joints for hips, a little limited, out to the side. Forward and back, it's much better. Good sculpting with the wrinkles and stuff on the pants and the little designs and so forth. That looks good. Thigh swivels work fine. Little tight on this one, but that's individual. Results may vary. Double jointed knee, that works well, and the silver is painted extremely well as well. Calf swivel, we're forgiving that, and ankle tilt all the way down. A little bit up, and the rocker is intact, and the sculpt on the boots and stuff is great. Would have liked if they would have done some extra love on the laces, painted the laces up a little bit, but I think all in all, I'll definitely take this. I think that the biggest down part about this guy is his little bird chest. Well, Falcon. Lastly, we have Kate Bishop, and I don't know too much about her. I know that she's a member of the Young Avengers, and that's about the extent of it, and that she is also a Hawkeye moniker. So this is an accessory. We've seen this bow before, I think, and it's got silver paint here. This bow is fine. I wish that this was different, because it's hard to get her to pose in that, because it's such tension that it just wants to pop back out. So it's a good thought, but it's not the best done in terms of functionality, but the silver is applied well. She also comes with this separate quiver here. I've already pushed it in, but it pushes in there, and then it's done well. The arrows are painted silver, and the little quills are painted purple, so that works. And so that's nice. For the head sculpt, where it's on a ball hinge, you get very limited, because this hair needs to be, this is something that I do need to comment on, even with the love I've been giving Marvel Legends recently, is that the hair needs to be a softer plastic so that you can get more out of the articulation. Now, it is a softer plastic than the rest of the figure, but it needs to be even softer to allow for movement. Other than that, the sculpt looks great. The little hairband looks great. It's painted well. The glasses on the eyes and so forth. There's like a lip gloss like on the lips. So that looks good. The swivel works fairly well. You can get the hinge down. You can't really get a whole lot of the hinge up. You do have a single ball peg in the diaphragm, and it's okay. Not the best, but not the worst. Not great down, but side to side is fine, and the swivel works fairly well. Disc hinge shoulders, so you get out to there and then all the way around. No bicep swivel, but you get the swivel at the elbow, so that works fine at a single hinge, getting you 90 degrees, coming down to the wrist, which is on a swivel and a hinge in and out. My finger is a little warped, so it looks like she has some sort of issue going on there. You know, some sort of disability type unit, but a little warm water should fix that up. The paint on the fingers probably could have used a second coat. They could have definitely used a second coat right there on the hand, because it's skin tone on top of that dark purple. So that could have been done better, and that's the same for this hand as well. And that line isn't even clean for where that paint should be on that hand. Then we have T-jointed ball joints for hips, get you out to there, so not the best. Forward and back look good. The holes in the side to show off her hips is just painted, not sculpted, so it looks a little goofy, but it's not terrible. Thigh swivel on both sides. However, I do think for being an exclusive and being at this price point, we probably should have got some sculpt in there to let you know. Same with the shoulder. And we got paint up on there too, so that got out of hand for him, didn't it? Double jointed knee, getting you back to there, so that works well. I said the thigh swivel works well. This is a flat purple and it's fine. No swivel at the shoes, which I did find a little weird, but they are sculpted well. Ankle tilt, not really much up, a fair bit back, and the rocker is built in. So the biggest problem with her, really, I mean, at her core, is the way that the bow works to pull off a dynamic pose. Standing pose, like on a shelf, should be fine. Hey, before we get to these final thoughts, I want to take a minute and pay some respects. So I'm not sure if you're familiar or not, but yesterday we lost a YouTube reviewer, Mr. Glen Webb. He was a great reviewer. You know, I don't watch many reviewers. He was one of the few reviewers that I did watch from time to time. He was also a great customizer. Just a pretty well-rounded dude. I never met him, I never talked to him or anything like that, but he seemed like a good dude, and I enjoyed his work, and I especially enjoyed his customizing videos. He did like a series of how-to and stuff, and no details been released about the circumstances or whatever, and doesn't ultimately matter. What matters is that we lost a guy that was a big part of the community. So I wanted to pay my respects to that man and say that I appreciate his work. Now, you guys know I never talk about packaging when it comes to toys. It's very rare, every once in a while. But Glen always did, and Glen had a very, he had a certain melody that he always spoke in, like when he did his reviews, that I loved. So in honor of him, I'm going to talk about this packaging, and I'm going to try to do it in my best Glen Webb impression, which probably won't do him justice at all. But here is the Marvel Legends 3-pack from Toys R Us exclusive, with all of their names and faces on the back. And down at the bottom you see the Toys R Us logo, letting you know it's an exclusive with more colors than the Toy Vision has on him himself. And that's it. But I was a big fan of that dude. Loved his work, and I'll miss him. And he was really close to breaking 100,000 subscribers. And I don't know if this mattered to him or not, but at YouTube, you get 100,000 subscribers, you get a little plaque. So go to that dude's channel and give him a subscribe, watch a couple of videos, and click on an ad here and there. And I'm sure he has family and stuff at some level, and hopefully, they'll get some kickback out of that. I'd rather celebrate his work than kind of mourn his loss, but I'm sure that he impacted a lot of people. And here's to you, man. And rest in peace. Have a safe flight. To Glen. Final thoughts wise, let's just go figure by figure. So Vision is a complete train wreck. There's other versions of this character that are far more efficient at being Vision than this guy is. This guy is a mess. He's a bit of a nightmare. Kate Bishop is kind of mediocre. If she was a figure in a wave of figures, it would be fine. She would be a fine addition. As long as they had a few standout units, you'd be like, and this figure's also good, But in a 3-pack, she's a little bit harder to swallow, so to speak, just because, it's a significant amount of money, and you kind of want a couple more than just one standout figure. So she's kind of mediocre at best. As far as Falcon Cap goes, he is really well done. He's definitely the gem of the set. So in terms of recommending this or not, I would say this. It comes down to your connection to these characters. If you're a huge Falcon Cap fan, get it. Get it, and you can sell the other two, or see if Kate Bishop works for you, and then just sell Vision. Just definitely sell Vision. He's a nightmare. But he's really bad. The Falcon Cap is really well done for a Marvel Legend. I kind of feel like he's on the standard of figures I've been seeing recently. I kind of feel like Kate Bishop feels a little last year, and Vision feels like 2 years ago. So that's about where I put it. It depends on your connection to it. Me personally, my connection is more so to Falcon than to Falcon Cap. So I would be much more interested in a proper comic book Falcon Marvel Legend than this particular rendition of the character, but who knows, maybe we'll get that. That's just me. If you're the same way, I advise just wait it out. Just play the waiting game. But it's not a horrible set, it's just at the cost and the money, I can't say it's totally worth it, especially since one is a complete and utter throwaway, one kind of sneaks by, and the other one is fairly well done. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching, until next time, take care.